My insurance covers my GLP medication. So the question is, will they continue to cover it once you hit your goal weight? Now, we all know that insurances are crazy and they do their own thing, but the way my understanding is that as long as your BMI is high enough when you start and insurance is covering it, you need to have either a 30 BMI or higher or a 27 BMI or higher if you have a comorbidity like PCOS, insulin resistance, a high cholesterol, high blood pressure, those types of things. You can do 27 or higher. So as long as it's high enough to get started on the medication, it should continue to cover it. Kind of like when you have high blood pressure, for example, and so you get approved to take blood pressure medication. Even though at some point that medication gets your blood pressure down, they're not going to then say, oh, now it's no longer covered, because the reason it's lower is because of the medication. So the reason why your BMI is lower is because you're on a medication that's keeping it there. So you still have the disease of obesity, even when you're now at a normal weight, if you've had, obesity your entire life. Now, there are some people who have they're overweight or they're obese because of an instance in their life. So, like maybe they got like COVID weight, or they like had a pregnancy, or they had like a bout of depression and they've never been overweight or obese in their life, and all of a sudden they are. Some people like that can lose the weight and need a little bit of help, but once they get to a normal weight, they're good, they're steady. But for those who have been overweight or obese their entire adult life, or their entire life, their childhood, that's, somebody who has the disease of obesity, which means it's a long-term thing that they need help with long-term. So getting you on the medication, getting you to a good weight, and then kicking you off is just going to start this cycle if you aren't able to maintain it, where then now you're above BMI and you're having to get it again. So the way it's supposed to work, again, supposed to, because we know insurances are crazy, is as long as you are high enough when you get on it, you should be able to continue it even when your BMI is below that threshold. So you want to make sure your insurance is covering it and everything when your BMI is high, like high enough. You know what I mean?